Have you ever wondered why others will always seek what they cannot have? People tend to want us most when we have already learned to want them least. When we no longer seek validation from them, when we are focused on ourself. This is not a lesson in bitterness, but rather in power, in fortitude, and ultimately in mastery over ourselves. Here are the proofs. They only want you when you no longer want them. It is not a lesson in manipulation, but in self-mastery. When you master yourself, you master the world. Let us begin. 1. Proof of the unwanted desire. The more you seek, the less they give. There is a paradox in human relationships. The more you chase, the more they flee. In truth, the harder we press, the less the world seems willing to yield. The ancient Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, reminded us in his meditations, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." In relationships too, change is constant. The more we place others at the center of our happiness, the more we dilute the power of our own thoughts. When we pursue external validation, be it from a person or from societal recognition, we surrender control. But the moment we detach, the moment we become indifferent to the approval of others, suddenly the tables turn. The key is not in pretending to no longer care, but in truly no longer needing to. Here lies our second proof. Only in letting go does the world come back to you. Second proof of fortitude, the unshakable resolve to need no one. Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are, and you will have a tranquil flow of life, wrote Epictetus. The world desires most what is unwavering and immovable. There is a deep attractiveness in those who stand firm in their self-worth, who do not waver in the storm of another's opinions or affections. A Stoic does not need to be loved or desired to feel whole. We too must learn that our power lies not in who approves of us, but in our ability to remain undisturbed. When others see that they no longer have the power to disrupt our inner peace, that is when they will seek our company with fervor. Third proof of self-sufficiency, mastery over neediness. The Stoics understood a profound truth. Most of our suffering comes not from the world itself, but from our judgments about it. Seneca, the famed Stoic philosopher, once remarked, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This rings especially true in matters of the heart. We imagine that we need another's affection to feel whole. We imagine that without their approval, we are somehow incomplete. Yet the truth is, the more we depend on others for our emotional well-being, the more we weaken our own strength. When we cultivate the Stoic discipline of self-sufficiency, we stop asking the world to fill the void within us. We become our own source of peace, happiness, and fulfillment. This is the third proof. When we no longer need them, they will suddenly feel drawn to us. Fourth, proof of power in detachment, to possess. Nothing is to possess all. The Stoic concept of detachment is at the heart of all personal mastery. It's not the kind of detachment that leads to coldness or isolation, but rather a deep inner understanding that everything outside of our control, be it relationships, material wealth, or fame, is indifferent to our true nature. Epictetus again echoes this truth. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Once we grasp this lesson, we stop grasping at those who do not serve us. We let go of the need for external approval. And herein lies the fourth proof. To detach is to reclaim ultimate power over the self. Those who once seemed unattainable now find themselves gravitating toward us, drawn to our quiet strength. 5. Proof of the silent influence, actions over words. The Stoic path is not one of grand gestures or noisy proclamations. It is the path of silent mastery, of internal resolve. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. There is an undeniable power in action, far more persuasive than words. When we stop speaking of our desires and instead embody the principles of self-mastery, others will take notice. Our silence, our self-control, becomes an act of influence that words could never achieve. Here is the fifth proof. When we no longer speak of what we seek, we command the attention of those around us. 6. Proof of inner strength. True power lies in what we withhold. To withhold is not weakness, but strength. The Stoics teach us that true power comes from within, from the ability to govern our desires rather than be governed by them. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." Bravery in this context is the courage to stand firm in our convictions, to not be swayed by the ephemeral temptations of the world. We hold our silence, we hold our desires, and in doing so, we cultivate a deeper power, one that others will sense and gravitate toward. The sixth proof is this: when you master your desires, those who once had power over you will now find themselves powerless in your presence. 7. Proof of unshakable confidence. To walk away without fear. There is perhaps no greater proof of the Stoics' influence than the ability to walk away from anything or anyone that does not serve the higher purpose of self-mastery. The Stoic does not cling. The Stoic does not beg. Epictetus taught us that wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When we no longer fear losing someone, we possess the ultimate power over that relationship. Others sense this, and the very act of walking away, of holding the door open without hesitation, draws them back. The seventh proof is this: when you can walk away, they will follow.